Hi, I'm Shell Zenner, and you're watching Behind Closed Doors with Big Indie Records, and this is Leopold and His Fiction.
I've ridden this land low, and I've seen it change. I don't know where I can go, but I'll ride this road again. I've ridden this land low. I rode this land way back when, and I knew there'd come a day. As it goes, there's always been. As it goes with what remains. I rode this land way back when. I rode this land way back when. And I ride the sand so far, from the coast on through the plains, on 2 feet and in cars. I've seen desert views from old freight trains. I ride the sand so far. And I ride the sand for days, and still I hear words in every vacant place. Every time I've come to show my face, I'm gonna ride the sand for days. I'm gonna ride the sand for days. This road and cried out the stories I could tell. My well had gone run dry, my soul wasn't fit enough to sell. I ride the sand for years, and I'll stop in every town. My pistols and my fears, I'll kneel on your ground. I'm gonna ride the sand for years. I'm gonna ride the sand for years. This road down as far as it'll go. Every sight and sound, there's only one thing left for me to know. I'm gonna ride on only you. I'm stoned. My heart is made of stone. I'm alive when I'm alone. Stoned. I'm dumb. Word on the street is that I'm fun. I keep my ear down to the ground. Word on the street is you're the one that's gonna make me feel right at home. It's how I feel. Yeah. Yeah. It's how I feel. Yeah. Yeah. I'm straight. Oh, how I hate to make you wait. I'm alive when I'm alone. since you come to make a deal, yeah. With change reserved for excessive thrill. Let's see how rich I can make you feel. Right at home, it's how I feel. Yeah, yeah. It's how I feel. Yeah, yeah. Love. Go and tell me what of it you make. In its prisms we are softly awake, and in death we receive all we can take. Love. It's how I feel. Yeah, yeah. It's how I feel. Yeah, yeah. It's how I feel. Yeah, yeah. It's how I feel. Yeah, yeah.
I'm Shell Zenner, and working in partnership with Big Indie Records, we are bringing you a new series of sessions and interviews called Behind Closed Doors. Today, I'm delighted to be chatting to Leopold and His Fiction. Leopold, it's looking sunny where you are. Stunning
So
out
beautiful. So nice. Thank you for having me.
there. Thanks for joining me. So the second track that you just played there was the brand new single. First was Ride, which was stunning, but that was the new one. It's How I Feel. What can you tell us about it?
Oh man, that was a long time coming. We'd been working on that song for a while, and then we got into some pretty interesting ideas for a video. The thing is, how we work on videos is one person in the band's got an idea, and we don't really say no often. We just have to keep snowballing on an idea until it either implodes or becomes something. And that was how the song and the video came together. So it's really neat how they mirror each other. I feel like it's a really good fit.
First new music for some time as well. So does it feel great to have something new out there again?
It does. It does. It took a gigantic pandemic to shut down the world to say, you know what? Stop holding on to this stuff. Let's get it out. I mean, it happens sometimes. I guess. I mean, it's never happened to me before, but here we are.
So you say holding on to it, you a bit of a control freak, or are you just a bit of a perfectionist?
Oh, there's always some hoops you have to jump through, and you know, um, sometimes you might hold a few things back here and there to strategize, and then sometimes the world goes up in flames, and you say, "What's the strategy for? Here you go."
We definitely need to come back and talk about strategy. But firstly, the video. I mean, you've done a live Q&A about this video. Please talk us through the video.
Oh man, well, when we started shooting the video, I had a very distinct look with the mustache and the black hair, and let's say that was on a Monday and Tuesday when we were shooting that. Well, I showed up on Wednesday, totally shaved, and I brought a makeup artist, and they literally airbrushed me entirely gold. Everyone that was on the set, I mean, that was my contribution. They had already discussed puppets, and we were shooting in green screen and everything, and that's anti-continuity. I mean, I showed up on set and said, "Here we are, let's do this," and they said, "What the heck are you doing? That's a different character." And I said, let's roll with it. And so it changes from this geisha looking glam male figure to as soon as this puppet essentially bites me, or we get in a fight or whatever it is, morph into this golden, I don't know what that character is, but he's there, and he's airbrushed, and it's mystical.
Man, must have been so much fun.
It was so fun. What's really crazy is something you might not know, and I definitely did not know before the shooting, was that when your entire body is airbrushed a specific color, you have to leave some of your skin not airbrushed so it can breathe, because about 2 hours into the shooting, um, I started getting extreme dizzy spells and close to fainting and all that. So I had to, get a ton of fresh air to get the oxygen back through my skin, because all my pores were. This is a weird conversation already, but I think I haven't thought about this stuff since we shot the video, and it's been a little while. But yeah, it's a pretty simple video, but it's also highly complex in the sense that there's so many layers, and the puppets took probably an entire day, maybe 2 days, and each puppet we have just tons of backlogs of really great footage. And the hardest part, I think, was keeping a straight face while doing all of that. It's really, for grown men to be in a room playing with puppets, it's pretty difficult. You definitely have to be professional, a professional puppeteer to be efficient with time.
Oh, and what's the reaction been like since the video was like dropped?
It's been great. The funny thing is people aren't surprised that it's something that we created, but they're also excited because it's been such a long, it's been a couple years now since we put out a video and music, and I know that it's showing that there's a lot more to come, and yeah, it's been really entertaining for me to watch people's reactions, and they've all been positive.
And you've been working on a new album, like you say, you've been busy behind the scenes. What's down so far? What can you tell us?
Oh, man, yeah, we have tons of new tracks, and it's a similar process to the video. There's no time restrictions. There's no immediate deadlines that have to be met, and I think that's the first time in my music career that's been the case. And there's a lot of crazy things going on in the world, obviously, but the one thing that is nice is the lack of deadline, I suppose, and that's really great for the creative side of things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, do you feel like you're able to be a bit freer and just a bit more experimental because of the lack of time constraints?
Yeah, 100%. I think the main reason for the large gap between the last album and the one that's coming out was that when we're on such a heavy touring schedule, it's different parts of the brain to get on stage and perform and be this one existence, and exhausted every day and night, and you have to save your energy for that performance, where creativity for me is hiding. I mean, we're based in Texas, in Austin, Texas right now. More than half the time I spend now is in West Texas, in the middle of nowhere, and it's the first time I've been able to sit down and stare into nothing, stare into the woods, and let things come to me instead of always having to chase. It's nice to, you need that. If it's going to be authentic, it has to come to you. And yeah, I guess that's with everything in life.
Absolutely. I mean, you've been in the music industry for a long time. Things have really changed in the industry in that time. I mean, how are you approaching this new record? Are you doing things a little bit differently? Is the process similar? Or, the digital side of things and the content wise, are you planning a specific campaign or a different way of doing things?
I think that goes back to the amount of time between the last release and this release, being that I'm not necessarily in a rush to do anything, and that's really great. And there also is a precedent of always having to go to the best available studio, best available producer, best available everything. It's always top notch everything, and you know what, that comes with strings attached too, creatively. Where this time around we're doing almost all of it ourselves at home in smaller studios, with the intention of capturing more of ourselves. I mean, the last album that we came out with, I've been on record saying it felt like my first album, even though it was our fourth album. It really felt like the first album to me, in the sense that I had just had a daughter at the time and had just moved to Texas, and really gave up a lot of the things that were kind of holding me back in life, that plaguing me, you know, just used to becoming a grown adult. You get rid of so many extra bags in your arsenal of baggage, that that was the time for me to make that album. With this, it's the different tools, different style of painting, you know, it's oils versus watercolors type of thing, where it's still creation, but it's I'm finding there are deeper meanings and vast depths that I've never explored before, and it's really wonderful. And to do that process in complete comfort in my living room, in a home studio at my drummer's house, whatever the case may be, and then take it to a facility to run it through all the tubes and delays and all that stuff. That's great. You can really make almost anything sound wonderful as long as it's captured in a comfortable setting. And that's our approach right now. And as far as release goes, and digital versus touring and all that stuff, I think we're all figuring that out as it comes. I mean, it's going to be a huge challenge, but it's hard to say, you know. I think we just have to kind of wait and watch to see how things open up for everybody.
And if we want to find out more information about the video, where do we find it? Where do we see it?
YouTube is the best place, of course. So we have got a YouTube channel dedicated to the band, and that's probably the best place, and that's the best place to follow everything we're doing, because we're posting up there all the time. I mean, there's a bunch of interviews with puppets. I mean, this interview is much more interactive and appealing, but you know, the puppet ones are pretty funny too. They're pretty awkward for me to sit face to face with one puppet. That's interesting.
I did see some of the clips on your Facebook page, and it looked very entertaining.
It's fun.
It's been a pleasure to catch up with you. I can't wait to hear what the new record's gonna sound like. But make sure you check out more of Big Indie's Behind Closed Doors series on their YouTube channel, as well as Leopold's latest video for the new single, which is It's How I Feel. We're going to be dropping more on the YouTube channel over the next few weeks, but this is the final track from Leopold and His Fiction. It's called Tell Me.
We could save so much space and time. If anything's left between you and I, you better tell me I'm on your mind. Tell me I'm on your mind. Tell me I'm on your mind. Before you'll admit you are wrong, we'll all be dead and gone. There's no way you'll survive all alone. You better tell me I'm on your mind. 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 Don't think this comes easy to me. I don't want you back. I know you'll come running back. I don't care about the things I lack anymore.